Hi, namaste. This is Ali, and in this video I'm going to lead just a short meditation to connect to the full moon. So the full moon is coming up shortly here at the timing of this recording. And I'm really excited for you to invite into this guidance a Bhavana of your own choosing. And some of you are familiar with this word Bhavana. One of the translations that I love is cultivating. And you can think of it as, what is it that you would love to cultivate within yourself? And that could be, you might be cultivating gratitude within yourself, or a sense of trust, inviting in trust and a feeling of trust into yourself and your life, or perhaps the feeling of being supported, or peacefulness, inner peace within yourself, or compassion. There are so many different things that one might take up a Bhavana practice, a cultivating practice of. And in this guidance, I'm going to invite us to explore trust. So you might notice that I am in the beautiful Costa Rica at the moment. We're just about to begin our first retreat here of the season. So I'll speak a little bit more about that at the end for anybody that's wondering about this beautiful jungle that I'm currently located in, which I feel very excited about. Okay. So the first step is to find a comfortable seated position, or you might lie down and get comfortable in a reclined position. And then once you've found that comfort within your body, closing down through the eyes, and begin by taking a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And let's do that 2 more times, taking a breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and 1 more time like that. And then notice if you could get even more comfortable in your body. So that might be adjusting your legs or your position of your arms. You might relax your hands open or encourage your shoulders to release. You might tune into the tissues in your face and jaw and notice if there's anything that's gripping or holding. And just sort of releasing tension, scanning through not only the face, but the scalp and the head, the neck. And just allowing your face to release expression that it might be holding. Allowing your mind to sort of relax open. Begin to tune in to the experience of sound. Feeling the sensation of your breath and your body breathing. And you might notice fragrance within your nostrils. And not only the sounds on this recording of the jungle, but the sounds within your space. You might sense light beyond your closed eyelids. Just settling in here to the present moment. Settling into presence. And as you're sensing and listening to your environment around you, no matter where you are, begin to invite in a sense of the natural surroundings. So you might invite in a sense of the earth, a sense of the element of air, any bodies of water that might be nearby, or wildlife in the region that you're currently located. And the sense of the season that you're in your location. And inviting in a sense of the sky and the moon as we come towards this Purnima, this full moon of this lunar cycle. Welcoming in a sense of that lunar energy, the full illumination, the full moon rising. You might imagine that in your mind's eye. Inviting in a sense of a full moon rising on the horizon. And feeling that powerful energy of this phase of the lunar cycle. And as you're inviting in that energy, might you also sense whatever is present here within yourself currently, just as you are. How you're feeling in this moment. And then begin to welcome in a sense of something that you trust unconditionally. And it might be something as simple as the sun or the moon rising. The sun rising in the morning. A sense of unconditional trust that you have. That you don't question whether or not the moon will rise in the sky or the sun will rise in the sky. Something in which you trust completely and fully. You can trust in that intelligence of life and the natural cycles, that the sun will rise and a new day will begin. You're starting to tune in and tap into that sense or feeling of trust. That you can wake up and observe that sun rising or that moon rising in the sky. Just as it's always done. Or you might tune into the sense of your body's ability to breathe. The body just already breathing, automatically happening. And you can trust in your body, in the intelligence of your body. And as we're inviting in this sense or feeling, this feeling tone of trust, maybe more things are arising that you feel a sense of trust in. Maybe the sense of the trust that you have in the element of water to nourish and hydrate your body. These simple things that cultivate a sense or feeling of trust within yourself. What do you feel that you can trust in fully and completely? And as you're inviting these things to flood into your awareness, begin to feel and sense in your body what trust feels like viscerally, on a somatic level, as sensation in the body. What does it feel like? The feeling tone of trust. A feeling trusting. Trust within yourself. Trust within the universe or the natural cycles, the intelligence of life. Breathing into that feeling of trust. Cultivating the sensation of trust within yourself. And allowing this energy of the full moon to amplify this sense of trust that you're cultivating. So you might once again invite that energy of the moon in. Steady breath. Cultivating a sense and feeling of trust. Allowing it to grow. Emanating it as an energetic expression within you. And just basking in that feeling of the sensations of trust for the next few moments. Strengthening your ability to trust in yourself, in life, and taking a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and maybe another deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and one more time, deep breath in and out. And you might like to lay for a few more moments or sit for a few more moments with the eyes closed, or you might feel ready to slowly flutter the eyes open. And I would love to invite you today to potentially grab a piece of paper or a journal and do a little bit of journaling on this idea of a positive bhavana that you are creating within yourself. And maybe trust was something that you really needed to work on inviting into your internal landscape and strengthen within yourself. Or maybe there's something else that you'd really like to work on inviting into your life and into your way of being in the world, your way of expressing in the world, your way of interacting with the world, and therefore the way that the world interacts back with you. So like I said at the beginning, there are many different things we can invite in, whether it be compassion or peace or trust, like we just explored, gratitude, the feeling of feeling supported or abundant. There are just so many things to explore in the way of what we're cultivating within ourselves. And know that this is a really beautiful gift to give to the world, because as we work with ourselves on an individual level, it really helps to shift the collective consciousness and the collective world as our interactions with the world and with others start to shift over time into these new ways of being that we're creating within ourselves. And the full moon is just such a beautiful and potent time to work with that. You might notice that the full moon is bringing out whatever is lying beneath the surface unconsciously anyways. So whether it's anxiety or the trouble with the ability to sleep or whatever might be, like if there's an underlying low-grade anxiety, it may become heightened during the lunar phase of Purnima, of the full moon. So working with the full moon in an intentional way of what is it that I do want to cultivate, and taking the time to practice that can be such a powerful way to work with the lunar energies. So I hope that you take a moment to journal either on your experience with trust, or you might journal about what is it that I want to invite in? What is it that I need to invite into my practice in cultivating a Bhavana? So I do want to mention that this practice of cultivating a positive Bhavana is one that you can bring into your Yoga Nidra practice. I do have lots of Yoga Nidras where we explore this concept of Bhavana. If you're in the Yoga Nidra teacher training, you might be exploring the module 4, where we dive really deep into this concept of cultivating both an inner refuge and a Bhavana practice. I'd love to hear from you. If you're in that portion of the training, let me know that you're here. Or you might be in our restorative yoga teacher training, where we work with the lunar phases, the lunar cycles, and we go really into bhavanas during the full moon phases of that restorative yoga teacher training as well. So if you're here from restorative yoga teacher training, again, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. If you're here practicing with me from my channel, thank you for being here. I'd love to hear from you. I adore reading through your guys' comments that you leave here on the channel. And I hope that you found this little meditation supportive. You might let me know how you're feeling. You might let me know what you'd like to cultivate next, or more different guidances of different bhavanas that you'd like to explore. I love guiding these, and I'd love to create more of them on the channel if you find them helpful. And of course, I'll let you know a little bit more about where I currently am, which is the Nosara region, the Nicoya Peninsula of Costa Rica, a beautiful blue zone region where we guide yoga and yoga nidra retreats, so week-long retreats in the tropics. And the 2 retreats that we're leading this year sold out in 24 hours, if you can believe it. So it's something that if you'd like to join us in the future or in our next retreat coming up next year, please go to the links below and download the information package so that you can learn more about them. Know that when the dates do release for the next ones, if you are serious about coming, you'll want to fill out the registration form and get it in right away. They do. The travel agent, she does take them on a first come, first served basis. So once they fill up, which is usually, by the end of a few hours, then they're full for the whole season. So if you'd like to join us, you can learn more about that, and we'd love to have you. We'd love to explore the beautiful Pacific Ocean of Costa Rica with you. If you don't know what a blue zone is, you should really check it out. There's lots of information on blue zones in the world, and how people are just absolutely thriving and living disease-free into, their hundreds and beyond. And it's really inspiring to see people just thriving in these different little pockets of the world, all due to their amazing lifestyles, their diets, and the locations, these really pranic-filled locations that they reside in. So yeah, definitely check out blue zones if you haven't heard of them. If you have heard of a blue zone, tell me in the comments. Let me know what you've learned about them. There's amazing books out now about these different areas and studies that have come out about these different areas, and it's all very, very interesting and fascinating stuff. So anyhow, thank you for joining me, and I look forward to practicing with you again soon. Namaste.